Hi everyone, this is the second video comparing the rules engine from the old responsive or classic to the rules engine in the new responsive. So in the previous video we have a rule which was check the checkbox and disable a field. Now sometimes you might have a scenario where you want to have the output of two different controls impacting another control. So let's say two checkboxes have to be true before this becomes disabled. So let's go back to our rule here, and we've got disable field, and we can do ampersand ampersand and then name controls, and we say also disable field. So that's really the second checkbox returning true. So they both have to equal true for this to be disabled. So let's go and check and see if that worked. Okay, so I'm typing in my field. Disable still won't work until they're both checked and returning true. That field is disabled. Now we can come in here and do an OR condition. So when either of them return true, it's going to disable that field. So the OR condition is actually just two pipes. Come in here, we go to preview. Okay, so I'm typing in here, ticking on one of them, doesn't let me type, disables it. Go, get another one. So it's really if either of them are checked, it's going to disable that field. Now, it's not the most friendly way to read a rule, and it's not the most user-friendly. So if we come across to the new rules engine, let's have a look. Now this is the old rule we had before. I'm going to clean this up a little bit, so we're just going to say get rid of the setting field values for the moment. So let's go and check how that worked before we make any more changes. So disabling the field disables it. Now this second checkbox is not doing anything yet. What we're going to do is when both are checked, this becomes disabled. At the moment it's just this first one. So come back in here, we say if disable field is yes and the also disable field is yes, then the title is read only as yes. Let's update that and go to preview. So I'm typing in here, check the checkbox, and since both of them aren't true, it's not going to disable until I select the second one. Now if I deselect that one, that rule is no longer true, so it's doing the inverse, which is setting it the read only to false. Now again, we showed previously you could do an OR condition, so let's do that in here. So if we select the delete the also disable field one, we click on the plus here, we can also have also disable field is equal to yes, so now the OR condition is true. I'm going to update that rule, then go to preview. So let's have a look now. So I'm typing in the field, clicking on that, it's disabled. Clicking on that, also disabled. Deselecting, still disabled until both are unchecked, and now I can keep typing. So looking at that rules engine, it's much easier to actually read. So if the field disable is checked to yes, or if also disable field is checked to yes, then it's going to do this condition. Otherwise, or else, it's going to remove that setting as well. So just keeping in mind that you've got the AND conditions, you've got the OR conditions, you've got multiple then conditions you can have, and multiple else conditions as well. So it's very different from what you had before. It's much more readable and much easier to understand. If that's helpful, let me know in the comments.